YouTube, I just hit my first $100,000 in net worth, all totally earned from basically minus in my bank accounts. And this has taken me, let's see, 5 years to do, okay? Now, as you can tell, this is not an overnight success. And this is something that I really wanted to share on the channel, okay? I'm going to talk through how I was able to do that because some of you watching this video might be in the position when you're starting out from scratch. You might be looking to earn your first 5 or 10,000 a month. Just, having a nice kitty, and kitty in the UK would just be like something that you have in your back pocket in the account to keep you going. Now, for those of you that are interested and have earned way more than $100,000, congratulations. Good on you. I'm sure there was a lot of work that went into it. There kind of can't really be unless it's, a big overnight success, which the majority of us watching this, myself included, haven't really ever had. Saying that, crypto was one of the main sources of income that I had for a period of time, going back 2 years ago. Now, the first thing I want to state is that $100,000 should never be overlooked as, an amount that is insufficient. Because to be honest with you, even putting this video together, I know there's lots of people that earn, 5, 10, 15,000 a month, and they can probably rack up to 100,000 pretty quickly. But the difference is, that amount of money can also be blown fairly quickly if you don't have the right processes, you don't have the right habits in place, okay? And just to start this off, my name's Reese Newton. I'm actually a full-time affiliate marketer. I do work a 9 to 5, but I do run 2 businesses, or I'm about to start my second business, live here on YouTube very, very soon, okay, which will be an e-commerce brand. Now, I'm going to start with where the majority of this money came from, and quite simply, it came from my 9 to 5. It came from working every single month and getting paid a wage. Now, my wages have always been around about £2,000 to £2,500 to £2,500 a month, okay? So right off the back, I've been working for the last 4 or 5 years, let's say, 5 years. That gives me 12 months, 12 times 5, 60 months, okay? So that gives me £120,000 that I could potentially have used in order to hit this 100,000. So those of you that are starting off anywhere, I know a lot of people like to go the entrepreneurial, forget a 9 to 5, anti. And I have to say the contrary to that. My experience is good or bad working with companies in sales roles, or for, typical 9 to 5 businesses have actually been very, very beneficial. I've been able to get paid to earn and learn essentially behind the scenes in businesses that operate successfully. They have processes in place, and you're able to see the real back end. Now, that being said, no business is perfect. It's run by individuals, and when you get a lot of individuals in one room, it can, it can not always run as efficiently or effectively as possible. But on the contrary, established businesses will give you the opportunity, and this is a great way for you guys to start your journey, okay? Start by earning, a wage, a 9 to 5 wage, getting good habits, getting up, going into an office, working remote, and learning from those around you. This is honestly one of the best ways to just get started, is just getting a job. Just get a job and you'll figure it out as you go, because the older you get, the more you realize that, you are around for a long time. When I was 21, I would have said that a 28, 29-year-old was super, super old. But now I am that 28 or 29-year-old. I see that, I've still got at least another 28 to go in my life and profession. And you know, as you grow up, you know, become mature. Essentially, you know, the experiences that you go through, to get to continue on a path. If you're lucky, you've had no interruptions such as like losing loved ones, getting fired, having bad health or bad, you know, issues along the way. I've suffered from both of those. I've suffered from loss. I've suffered from, you know, actually being sectioned 3 times under the mental health here in the UK for psychosis. And I think a lot of that was down and is down to putting pressure on myself to hit certain levels. You know, everyone wants to be a millionaire. And at some point, hopefully you can reach that, but you have to be ready for, you know, the different stages. And the different stages are, you know, earning your first couple grand, then hopefully preserving that, keeping it, not blowing it, being able to live, you know, frugal in lots of ways, in order to save a buffer where then you can invest and you can put money to good use. And again, that's another skill in itself. So I put this video together, not to brag, because I know there's a lot of individuals, especially in the part of the world that I live in, that have a lot more than that. But I am proud of my first net worth. And you know, I aim to keep it and I aim to grow it. Okay, that's one thing. Once you have some money, figuring out where to put it, and actually, you know, having conviction that that will pay off without losing it is a really, really big one. Because without having a steady flow of money coming back in, you're always, you know, kind of in a precarious situation. Okay, and you know, that's a situation that I alleviate, honestly, right now by having a job, because I can do that without much, you know, without giving it everything and being burnt out or, you know, not enjoying it. I actually enjoy what I do. And the businesses outside that you can see down below in the links are going to be 2 additions. One's been running for a little while. That's, you know, where essentially I can teach and show you how you can also get a job in digital marketing, you know, and earn a few grand a month. And you can do that for a sustained period of time once you have the skills. So yeah, hey, look, this is a quick video. As you can see, like, I don't live, this is a really nice, you know, room, a bedroom. I do actually have a place that I rent with, you know, my other half. But this is where I'll be building the businesses, you know. One of the great things right now is that you don't need an office. You know, work from home is so common that it just allows you that freedom to really do what you need to do in order to build up funds, okay? You know, 1 or 2 other bits. I do not drink, which I know bar tabs, you know, I think that took probably a good 85%, if not 90% of my wages when I first got into the workplace, just going out 21, 22, traveling. And, you know, that's one point I want to make. If you're 21 right now and you're, you know, you're really roasting to be a millionaire overnight, or just get 100,000, that might look very different. I've been able to travel, I've been able to enjoy life while building up this net worth, and you know, this will long continue so long as my health and everything is intact, which is the priority. And that's why sometimes I don't upload as regularly as possible, but there will be more content coming, and I hope you guys, you know, have liked to see something like this, just a sit down, yeah, offload of hitting a small milestone for myself. And yeah, be sure just to subscribe. There's a few more little bits coming. I'd really at this point like to get the e-commerce brand off and ready, but again, there's a lot of work that goes into it behind the scenes, and I want it to run successfully. So while I'm back, you know, on an even keel, that's what will be going down, and I look forward to you seeing this. And I look forward to myself seeing this in 12 months' time. So long as I've continued to accumulate some wealth, put it aside, let it grow, that's a win. Is that a win? That's a victory. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you're well. I hope you're grinding, enjoying, and yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Follow along. Peace.